Okay, this was my round robin. So last time I did pretty good as the Mavs, so we still haven't lost as them. It's basically like play until I lose. My seed is super low too. I'm a fucking junior varsity. So yeah, we won two as the Mavs. I lost really badly as the Celtics in the one game, and then oh, I guess I can't play as. I'll make an exception. I'll play as Miami just out of respect. So I have full confidence that they're actually going to win the next two. Okay, so obviously Nets got swept out, disappointingly. I must say I certainly didn't expect that aspect. And I'm shocked that they're actually down 3-2. Like, I wouldn't even use an injury excuse. Wait, is that... Wait, why is Ben Simmons still... Oh, never mind. Just the jerseys look like the 76ers. It's not. Never mind. Yeah, will he ever play another game in his life? So last time I was going through Bam a lot, that would have been a good time because he has a mean mismatch. It's just this team is so balanced. So embarrassingly, I kind of said like, oh, this is one of the best rosters ever assembled because you got like 6, 7 guys who could potentially be all-stars or have been all-stars or will be soon. Like at that stage in their career where they're actually really good. Okay, that was bad. So if they just play the right way, they're pretty impressive. But... you know, they just made the finals in 2020. Even if you want to say like, okay, it doesn't really count. He can actually make that. He can make that nice. So, and it's my type of team too, because it's all about defense more so than anything, which isn't as important anymore. I think it's still gonna stutter a little bit, unfortunately. Imagine that. But yeah, like the Warriors aren't really my kind of team, even though I picked them to win. Like, they're just... which is going pretty well so far, but I don't like to jack up threes and stuff. I believe in just playing more defense and playing inside the bigs. I still believe in that sort of inside out, which doesn't work, necessarily anymore. All right, so we go ahead and, again, like basically play through Bam, but Bam wants to shoot a three here. What is he doing? Let's see what we can do. Oh, come on. I'm putting so much faith in Bam and he's doing that dumb shit. I'll basically play until I lose here. Why am I playing off some... oh. Okay, so KD is there. We just got to watch him. He's been killing me so far. You got to understand that it's all the three game. Everybody's going to jack up threes. 2K kind of predicted that. All the three... man, Bam is letting me down here. He would be my leading scorer if I was the coach. But yeah, they just made the finals in 2020. Even if you want to discredit that because of the bubble or whatever, they've only gotten better. Some of these young players developing, getting more players. Just come on, Bam. Okay, I'm not going to force it to him. I'm acting him like he's the best offensive option possible. I don't know what he's doing there. Really, this should be like a Spurs type of mentality where everyone just shares it, everyone gets in double digits, but nobody has to go crazy. I don't know why it would be stuttery. That's a terrible shot. I don't know what I'm doing. That whole possession, I was very unsure. Kind of like they actually were last game. But yeah, I will stand by my pick here that they didn't make it to the finals from the beginning of the season. Like, that's the weird thing about playing it so many months apart. That's the only time I really... play it, so like, or talk about it. So like I made those at the beginning of the season. They've panned out pretty good so far. Warriors versus Heat. But I don't have any, I haven't said anything else since then. I should make it more of a regular thing. I love doing like those historic challenges too, like how many can I win in a row with like the Jerry West, Elgin Baylor Lakers, or, and my seed is of course very low right now. That shows you how little I've actually played it. Fucking shit. He's scoring inside pretty well. I wish my team wasn't so microtransaction heavy and I might actually enjoy that, but I remember enjoying it a ton like way back, like 2K14. It was fun and there was still a microtransaction element, but you could at least get away with it more. It wasn't as big of an emphasis. Now it's just totally shit. And even if you do have a great team, like, it just feels so unsim-like, right? Like, you're hitting threes as bigs, like as Shaq, or just stupid stuff. Like, who is it? Bol is hitting threes, and it's just so cartoonish. It's stupid. Like, players should still, even the best version of Shaq should only be like Shaq, meaning he can dunk it, he can kill you in the paint. That should be an easy score. I don't know why Bam is kind of clowning me. Tyler Hero's had a great year. Got to give. It's just so impressive, like what the Heat did. Like 2006, they win. Then you get the LeBron thing. Then even after that, look at how he's come back and made 2 more finals, or at least what I predict to be 2 more finals. Pat Riley, and Spoelstra's the one coach who survived sort of the LeBron massacre of coaches. Every coach he plays for gets fired, except in this case, Spoelstra. Riley stood his ground, and rightfully so. Come on, you got the size advantage. You got to just make that shit. So again, defense is what we got to do here. But he getting doubled. Aldridge is not going to make it 3 on me. Is he clown me like Draymond? We're like, yeah, when I lost to the Warriors. So technically this is cheating because I said it was like a play until you lose challenge. So I already lost as the Heat that one game. But I won't do it again. So this is my last chance. If I lose here, I get eliminated just like they actually do. So slow, but what can I expect? That's good. Strus. Okay. So again, you just got to play good defense. I don't care about turning it into a scoring contest. It's not like the Nets are very good anyway. I was hoping I would actually play the Warriors again to show that I can actually defend it. Imagine letting Patty Mills drive like that. Like he's actually okay. Looking like Westbrook there. Like how bad is that defense that you would allow that to happen? Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm playing kind of stale. I don't really run plays and stuff as much as I should. Oladipo was looking like Wade last game, and now you see why. Wade was one of my favorite 2K players to use because he couldn't shoot 3, so I actually like that. So it forces you to be a bit more crafty and creative inside, hitting the mid-range, doing all these kind of crazy moves in the paint. Actually, speaking of 2K14, I got him on my team. He was my first player. And that's when I really fell in love with him in a 2K context. Because there's like a certain smoothness and creativity to his motions where you always have to fake out. And, you know, the 3-point thing, I guess Jordan's kind of like that too. Where, you know, these guards who can't shoot 3s, I guess Butler in a way. Jesus Christ. He wasn't finishing at all like that last game that I played. But yeah, it forces you to be very crafty in the paint and come up with these impressive options because they can't shoot 3s. So you might think that's a bad thing, and in real life it would be, but in the context of a game, I don't like everybody being able to shoot 3s. It just kind of creates I don't know, sort of a dynamic challenge. And it makes it more satisfying because you know how they're going to guard you and you still are crafty enough to score. Like, look at that. The perfect cut. He is like a poor man's Wade, and that's not an insult. That's a compliment. Just like they say, LeBron's the poor man, or Iguodala is a poor man's LeBron. He's going to make that most of the time. Not the greatest release. Again, I'm not trying to turn it into a fast-paced scoring contest, but if you get a stop, you can do it like that. Bam had the perfect. You better make that shit. You better make it. There you go. Oh, come on, Butler. Butler, you had that as a... Whoa, dude. That would have been an amazing finish. Which he is capable of doing. Yeah, it's like I'm going to end up getting 30 with Adebayo. You just make that, dude. Those smooth finishes. You don't think of Butler as a shooter, but the mid-range is good. What is his rating even? Like A? It probably should be. Oh, wow. He's trying to go hard with Kyrie here. You know, Lowry's fast enough to take it all the way, but this is 2K speed we're talking about, so everybody just keeps up with him in a way that they probably wouldn't be able to. That was one of my favorite teams to play as, too, was the Sixers with Simmons, but obviously that didn't last, unfortunately. So now I'll never get to play with it again. They should make that as a historic team, what they could have been. He should have just shot that, and he would have made it. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's so obvious what he's going to do, but they just don't know what they're doing defensively. Look at Oladipo. Okay. It was a good move. It was a good move. That's kind of weak. I don't know why I did that. Okay, let's not get too complacent. Because I did actually lose the last game, which is shocking. Okay, we're... it's like you're so scared of the guy. There's nothing you can do about it. Durant is just way too dangerous. You can't let him go. I don't fear Irving nearly as much because he's so small and he's not going to bully you in the paint at least as much. This is some kind of delay. Okay, he's wide open. You probably should make that, and he does make it. This is still too high scoring for my taste. I like to just shut people down, and this is the perfect team with which to do it. Just watch Durant. Okay, I'll accept that. I'll accept that. That was a good little quick shot reaction. Good by him. 6.5 assists. Not bad. I love some of these random stats they show you. Like assist percentage, 3% for somebody who... Now that is just dirty. If you're hitting threes with Butler, the game is over. Damn right you call a timeout. It's like the shrug game. You don't even want him shooting threes. That was the great discipline of Michael Jordan. He wasn't a good three-point shooter, which might surprise people. Even on open shots, if you look at the analytics, like, he was a bad open three-point shot shooter even. So you can't even make excuses like, oh, it was because the defense is being tougher and stuff. That's not even true. But he didn't take very many, so that's to his credit. So it's the same thing with guys like Wade and Butler. Just don't take threes and you're fine. And he's still going to average 35 in the finals and, you know, put up crazy numbers. So it doesn't matter as much. Oh, that's one of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life, dude. Little Patty Mills going up against like 4 people, and I'm so excited about that I turn it over back to him. I love these taller defenders on perimeter players. Just like, you can't shoot over me, so... And Butler is playing Griffin to a standstill. Amazing. Look at that. Don't let LaMarcus get it, dude. So weak. So weak. Where is Adebayo right now, dude? Shouldn't get too cocky, you know? You'll go through a stretch. Oh, perfect, perfect. Oh, you gotta make those. That's my fault, I guess. The release was a little bit off. They have so many good shooters, too. Yeah, they fucking threw that game in the trash. Like I throw my chess games in the trash. Oh, perfect, perfect. Look at that defense. This is what we like to see. There is a delay. I'm noticing input lag. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. I mean, you got the... Dude! You got the size mismatch. That's why these guys don't know how to use their size. Fuck. I'm not saying you got to post up all the time as a guard, but when you got Patty Mills on you, you probably should. Okay, can we take like a mid-range with Butler? I love this matchup of fucking Griffin and Martin. I don't know actually too well. He is a good shooter. Man, I'm not getting anything. We need Adebayo. Carry me, Adebayo. Imagine letting PJ Tucker score that. I'm the one who did that, but I'm still mad about it. Like, what the fuck is that? Why should... That's like when Draymond scores in the paint. Like, dude, they're trash offensively. You cannot let these guys score. If you're good on defense, you don't even have to be good on defense because they suck. Like, dude, just purely at scoring at least. It's like that last guy lit me up with Draymond. I'm just like, it's my fault. It's not his fault. Well, it is stupid of him to go for that. Look at this. Actually letting... Okay, good. Good. I'm glad he missed that. 40%, 54%. Not too bad. But again, he's even praising my defense on the commentary, but I don't think I deserve it. So let's see what we can do. Lowry is fine. It's just like a floor general game manager. He doesn't actually have to score a ton for me. But I say that, and you may as well. Okay, he's not always going to make those, but he can shoot. I mean, so many of these guys. Oh, wow. Yeah, Simmons was such a cheese player. I would just cheese people with Simmons. He's too big. A lot of people don't go in the settings and actually change it. Even this is a mean mismatch where you should be able to take advantage, but they just don't know how to do it. Like, how are you struggling to post up that? Okay, I knew that. Okay, am I going to actually let him back in the game here? You're not gonna score that. Giving up so many offensive rebounds too. Holy shit. The commentator cursed me. He's even saying, oh, look, they're playing good defense, staying active. Okay, can't do much with that. Got to get some action with Adebayo going. I really am relying on him pretty hardcore here. I always defer to bigs, like the Kevin McHale story. Like whenever I play as the historic Celtics, Larry Bird is never my best player. It's always Kevin McHale. So if I was the coach, McHale would be regarded as better than Bird. No offense to Bird, that's just my mentality. Dude, please, dude. He almost got blocked still. So I'm playing very bad defense here coming into the third. I'm not trying to do a scoring contest because then I'm going to lose. We have to play good defense. We have to do it. Oh, I backed up. I backed off trying to respect the big, but didn't have to do it there. Some of these bigs are so awkward, they can't score on you. So we got Tucker. I'm kind of emphasizing Butler too much, which I don't have to do. Come on, you got to make that. You got to make that. Release was a bit off, though. Am I actually going to let him back in this game? Perfect, perfect. Now, you should be able to dunk that or something, but I'm not going to, I guess. Adebayo for 3. Fuck. Why? This is why people hate console. Like, why am I getting input delay and stuff? Okay. You forget that that's Simmons. It looks like, oh, it's a mismatch, but it's actually not. Okay. Pretty bad. Now you see how I could lose at this lowly freshman tier. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to actually imagine running plays. Imagine actually having an idea what you're doing instead of doing the same shit over and over. I don't know why I thought that would work. Dude, I'm just throwing hard. That's perfectly understandable that he would make that. I'm struggling to play defense here. I was up by like 9, wasn't I, going into half now? So I've scored like 3, he scored like 14. That can only happen due to getting cocky. Like if I just kept doing what I was doing before, I would have been fine. Let's see what we got here. That's so stupid. Let's take it all the way. That's how easy it is. Look at that. You're bigger and you're faster somehow. He's just lost sight of me. So all we have to do is play good defense. I like the size on the matchup, like I said. Maybe a little bit slow. I can't believe it. But sometimes he does make unbelievable shots. So we got Oladipo to carry us, or... Oh, that could have been a make, but I can understand it. When I'm down, I start to just play fast to try to make up the lead too quick, but you shouldn't necessarily force it like that. He doesn't pass to the big there, so you have to get a psychological profile on your opponent. Like, he's not going to pass it. He's not going to pass it. He's going to go for it. So you can just hard commit, but then you give up. Oh, my goodness. LaMarcus Aldridge is coming Moses Malone here. Offensive rebounding god in this game. So he's just finishing on his own. He's just doing it. He's much faster than you might think here. Like, he's as fast as Kyrie Irving, the way we've seen it the whole game. Not even, like, with the ball. Even the other... that's like a semi-contested. Now, show me some Dwayne Wade action here. Give me the Dwayne Wade. Give me the Dwayne Wade. Give it to me. Pretty good move. Oh, you better make that, even though it's a red release sort of a thing. Can we actually start playing defense again? Like, I had a challenge here. I'm not allowed to play defense in the third quarter. So now in the fourth quarter, I actually will, and so I'll shut him down again. Holy fuck. Strus. He's still open. We got a mean mismatch here. You got plenty of time. A little bit of awkward animation. They just don't know. Like, I'm backing down hard, but they don't actually take advantage the way that they should. He's just getting aggressive now, angry. He's got to take whatever he can get. Give me that, too. Give me that. Fuck. Okay, so this turned into a scoring contest, but we're still winning. These people are pretty good at these lower seeds, though. I'm used to playing at least a little higher. Like, at least unlock the historic teams, basically. That's what I try to do. Come on, we're not going to lose to this clown Nets team that underachieved like crazy. So the stutters are still here. I'm not too happy about it, but I don't know what I could do to solve it. Maybe it's not in my capture aspect. So here you kind of play off because you don't... Okay, that is tough. That is tough. There's nothing you can say about it. That's when defense is just negated. You can't do anything about it. Nothing. All right, so why not do a fade with Tucker? Because he did make it 3 earlier. So he's got to respect it at least a little bit. Butler's having trouble, though, here. Can't blame him. Simmons is good. Just take him all the way. Take him all the way, charge. Oh, that's a block. Nice, dude. That is beautiful. So that's Lowry's first points. He just does it timely. He'll be clutch. I really hated on Lowry a lot. Like, even with the Raptors 2019 run, I'm like, oh, please just don't fuck it up. You're just going to fuck it up, aren't you? So unreliable for so many years. I was just mad that people were giving him credit because it's like Kawhi did everything, and you're going to give him credit even though he fucked up all those playoff runs over the years with DeRozan and whatnot. He was trash. He was choker, unclutch, but whatever. Speaking of, I talk trash about him. This is my coaching style. I talk shit about a player and then they start to do well. Prove yourself to me. I'm the elitist, remember? In all things. Oh, take it, take it. Good D, good D. Now he's scared of Lowry. Look at him, look at him. Lowry, the clutch fourth quarter killer. Okay, get out of there, Tucker. Just get out of there. Lowry. Okay, now I'm kind of forcing it. Oh, I shouldn't have moved there, though. Oh, he still makes it. I did like a little step forward, which always ruins the quality of the shot. But he actually still made it. Okay, Simmons can't do shit on the perimeter. He's going to force it with Durant. Somehow Oladipo is actually doing a great job on him despite the size disadvantage. And show me a little bit of Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade. Oh, fuck. On the break. Okay, that's good. I'll give it to you there. Dwayne Wade role player fails, comes up miserably. It happens. You know, it's good to have your idols. His movement really reminds me of him. Like, it's actually uncanny. Just his size, his movement. I think he's a bit smaller, but still. Oh, he jumped. He jumped. Okay, dude. There it is. There it is, dude. That's the game right there. Just the momentum play. Beautiful. Dwayne Wade Jr. himself. Again, look how balanced our scoring is. This is how it should be. Somehow Adebayo always leads us because he is the... I am the big man lover. Do I even have historic teams unlocked? That's what I'm curious about. See, he doesn't take... He just snatches it. He doesn't take the... Oh, he would have been open. Come on, you better make that. You're so open there. It's ridiculous. He actually did a pretty good job coming back in, but now, like I said, I wasn't allowed to play defense in the third, and now I am. That's the hard mode challenge we're doing. So, 1 quarter. Oh, wow. He kind of sidestepped me there. All these threes, man. I just don't like shooting threes as much, unless it's a really good look. Which you would think is a good rule, but sometimes they just make these tough threes. Look how slow that was, though. He was wide open, but it still took forever to get it there. I don't know what's wrong with that. Oh, wow. Okay. God tier defense. Dunk it. Okay, now now we're just burning, putting salt in his wounds. Amazing. Go for the fucking kill. Amazing defense. That's what I like to see. I don't find offense satisfying. Anybody can just score. But I love shutting people down like that. Just absolutely put him out his misery. Look at him. Look at Dwayne Wade. That is Dwayne Wade right there. Just these little stutter steps, fakes in the paint. One of the best scoring paint guards you've ever seen. Look at that fourth quarter. Like, how much did he even score there? He might not have scored at all. We just went hard clutch mode. I love those sequences. Like, I'm a big fan of defensive teams, Pistons. It's interesting that both incarnations of the Pistons teams that won championships were defensive minded. Like the bad boy Pistons, obviously Isaiah Thomas and all, but also the 2004. So it kind of shows you like that's what that, when it's not a big market, you're almost forced to do that, right? You can't get big offensive talent to come to you, so you have to. That's like the only option that remains to you. Okay, that's not a good shot. We still get it back, though. And so, yeah, they have no choice but to be defensive-minded. You made that harder than it had to be, Bam. So that's what you end up being left with. It's an interesting way of looking at it, actually, because Lowry's pumped up to play defense on Simmons. He's not scared. Keep him scoreless in the fourth. I think he might actually be so far. Oh, I back off. Okay. Maybe he wasn't anyway. But yeah, like both incarnations, like 20 some odd years apart, they take on the same form. What are the chances of that? Right? That they happen to both be so defensive minded. Or actually, okay, I don't want to do poor sportsmanship. I didn't realize there was no time on the clock. No, I wasn't trying to be a dick, dude. I really wasn't. I wasn't even looking at the thing. So like how the Spurs do it, they're not as big of a market, so they have to play defensively. No, don't quit. Don't quit. I should actually see my team just to see what it's like now, but it's going to be all cheese. So Bam is our leading scorer again. Butler actually hit a 3. What is his three-point rating? It shouldn't be very high. Progression. They hide away the stats, the grades. And how do you even see the numbers? I forget. 3-point scoring is a C+. Oh, here we go. This gives you a better idea. 74 is actually pretty respectful. I think it probably should be a bit lower. He's pretty bad, honestly, from 3. I guess I could do the Mavs because that was our other playoff sort of round robin streak. So I don't have historic teams, do I? I kind of really want to unlock them so I can go on a... Oh, I do have them.